Hey guys, it's Kate and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I am super excited for because it is going to be a first impression on the new Clinique BIY Blend It Yourself Pigment Drops. I saw these on Ulta's website and like a few days ago and I was like, oh my god, I want those, but I wanted to buy them in store just so I could swatch them and make sure like between two shades. And the other day I was just at Ulta trying to pick up some NYX stuff since it was buy one get one 50% off, and these were there and I was like, it's time. So I went to the counter and I ended up picking the lightest shade because like, why wouldn't I be in the lightest shade? But basically these come in like the tiniest little bottle. Like look how small that is. It's crazy. So I mean, I don't know, but I'm really curious about it and I did have a ton of points, so I decided to just use my points to get it just in case, you know, I didn't end up liking it. But basically these remind me, at least in theory, of the custom cover drops from Cover FX. Those I have never tried, but these ones seem pretty similar. They do say that you can mix with moisturizer. That's what it says to do on the back. 1 drop is sheer coverage, 2 is medium coverage, and 3 is fuller coverage. So that is what they say, the general mixing, whatever it is. Also, hope this background's okay. I'm at my parents' house and you can't always have the greatest background, but this seemed like the easiest option for filming. Yeah, so anyway, I am going to try these out and we'll see how it goes. Like all Clinique products that I have tried in the past, it is allergy tested and 100% fragrance free, which I like. I have a good like history with Clinique foundations. All the ones that I have tried I have loved, so these seem right up my alley, and that you can kind of pick your own type of coverage. And yeah, and I believe you can also mix these obviously with, you know, another foundation to add more coverage, I would assume. But today I'm going to mix it with my all-time favorite moisturizer, which is the Neutrogena Oil-Free Moisture. This has just been the moisturizer that I have used literally since high school. I've tried a couple different moisturizers in there, but I always end up going back to this one because 1, it's cheap, and 2, it's like the only one that doesn't break me out. Yeah, my skin is doing pretty well right now though, except for this one. But I do have redness to cover, so we will see how much this covers. What else? Oh, this retails for $33 and you get 0.34 fluid ounces, which as a comparison, I looked up the custom cover drops. Those are $44, but you do get 0.5 fluid ounces. So I didn't do the math because I'm bad at math, but you do get more than those, but they are a bit more expensive. So let's just get started, shall we? So I don't really know how much you're supposed to use. I'm just gonna use like a pump of the lotion, the moisturizer, which is like this. This also does claim it will take on the properties of whatever moisturizer you mix it with because they're just pigment drops. This one is a more matte moisturizer, so because this is one for combination skin. So we'll see how this goes. I personally am going to go straight for the 3-drop fuller coverage just because I have some redness to cover up. So let's go. Ooh. So it has like a dropper and it's all in the cap, so I don't know about the packaging, y'all. Let's just do it. 1, 2, 3. So that is 3 drops. It's very liquidy. And now I'm just going to mix it up. Oh, it is making, you know, tinted moisturizer out of this. Alright, so I wasn't really sure how to go about applying this, so I have a beauty blender and a brush with me. So I guess we'll just try one on each side for now. Or should I try mixing it with my fingers? I'm gonna try with my fingers. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm just gonna go to a brush. It's like no coverage at all with 3 drops. Like literally none. It may have like slightly evened out my skin tone, but this is definitely not fuller coverage. So, I don't know. The brush does seem like a good option for blending. I mean, it has evened it a tiny bit. You do notice the matte finish a little more, but I don't know. I'm going to take some more and go ahead and apply it to the other side. I'm not even going to bother with a sponge because if there's no coverage with a brush, you're going to end up with even more nothing with a sponge. Alright, so far with 1 pump of the moisturizer and 3 drops, this is the coverage that I got. It's pretty much no coverage at all. But, you know, I mean, it does look nice, but like it said that 3 drops would be fuller coverage, so that's not ideal. I think I'm going to try and go in with another layer. I'm going to add like more drops maybe to the foundation, or more drops to the mix. I guess I'll just go in with another pump. The good thing about this lotion if you have oily skin, or this moisturizer if you have oily skin, is that it is oil free and it won't really make you greasy or anything. So I'm going to shake this up again. And I'm just going to like pour a lot out. I don't know, it's a lot. I feel like you would go through this super fast. So as you can see, this layer is like way more of the drops, and I guess let's just try it out. Okay, yeah. This one has some coverage. I'll try using a beauty blender. Okay, now we have some coverage. So I would say don't pay attention to the box because 3 drops is not full coverage. Alright, so this is the half with the layer with more of the product, and this is the one with just the sheer coverage. This one looks very nice. Obviously it is partially the product and partially the moisturizer, but it has a nice kind of matte but not too matte finish. It is clinging kind of weirdly though to like the, it's like balling up and coming off of the blemish that I have here, and it also looks a little odd on my nose, so I don't know. I'm gonna finish up this other side and be back. Alright, so this is what it looks like with the 2 layers. I probably could have skipped the first layer and just gone in with a lot in the second layer. I don't really know how many drops I had used. It was a lot though, which is kind of a shame because you really don't get a lot of product in this, but it does look really nice. There's just like a little bit by my nose that I am not a fan of, like right here. I don't know if you can see it, but like you can see it kind of clinging onto the like drier skin. But it did do a pretty good job of covering up most of my problem areas, and the color match is pretty good too. So I'm going to go put on the rest of my makeup and then I will be back. I am back with my makeup all on. Got a little carried away with the eyes. I don't know. I tried one of those new NYX palettes and I kind of like it. I think it looks cool. Or maybe it looks like I got punched in the face. I don't know. You decide. Oh well. Anyway, so everything did apply really well over the foundation. I added concealer in all the usual places, which helped the nose situation. It didn't like make it worse, so that is good. Yeah, but so far I do like it. I think this is definitely one of those products that I'm gonna have to like play around with, which is why I debated even doing a first impressions on it, but like I haven't seen anything about this, so I just wanted to get something up, but I can always update later on once I kind of like play with it with different things to mix it with, because I feel like this would be nice to mix into other foundations as well, just to add a little more coverage, or with a more like dewy dewy moisturizer and stuff. So I definitely am going to play around with it, but with this one it definitely does have more of a matte finish. There is some like natural luminosity to the skin though, which I like. I think it just looks like very natural. So I do like it for that reason, and yeah, that is really all the thoughts I have right now. I will check in a little later in the day just so we can see like how it holds up, but that is about all I have to say for now, so I will see you in an update. Alright, I'm back. It is now 3:25 p.m. I put this on around noon, so it has been about 3.5 hours, and I don't have a mirror, so I now don't even know what it looks like. Alright, so looking at the foundation, whatever you want to call it, it definitely still is holding up really nicely, but I mean, I didn't prime, and I usually do prime, but you can really see like your pores and everything, and again, like this does have a lot to do with what you mix it with, so I'm not really sure if that would change if you mix it with something else, but I'm not a fan of like the texture, and then it is starting to get oily here, but also kind of cakey. I don't know. I'm thinking it may be the moisturizer that I mix it with, because it is a matte moisturizer and kind of like very thin. So what I'm thinking is honestly mixing this with something more like the Garnier like Clearly Brighter, where it's like a thicker, dewier moisturizer. I'm wondering if that would look better, because it's just looking dry and my skin like never looks dry. So I don't know. So far, but also I can't really say whether it's the product or what I mixed it with, you know what I'm saying? So I probably should have done, you know, like a full on review of this. I'm not gonna keep checking in throughout the day just because I can just kind of tell how it's gonna go from here. It's gonna get pretty oily around this area, and it is really sinking into my pores. So I am going to cut off the first impression here, and I'm gonna say that you need quite a bit of this product to build up to a full coverage, at least in what I used to mix it with. And that is a little bit of a downside considering it is a pretty small amount of product that you get. I don't know why I'm pretending to hold it when I don't have it, but it does look very nice, especially when you first put it on. It looks very natural, and I do really like that about it because it would adapt to kind of whatever you mix it with. I think that I will be updating you guys again in a later video with my full review of this product so that I can really try it out with some different things to mix it with, because I am thinking it would be nice to kind of enhance the coverage of certain foundations and maybe mix it with a different kind of moisturizer. So I am going to go ahead and just cut off this first impressions here. I'll be making an update video soon once I have tested it out with a few other mixers. So if you would like to see that update video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel down below just so you don't miss it. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this first impression, found it somewhat helpful, if it was at all, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.